Hello everyone, my name is Daniel, and I'm here today to show you guys Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy 3D models I recreated in Blender. Now, what I want to mention to you is that Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy are two game shows that I really love and enjoyed watching with my family and friends and stuff. Well, my family for the most part, because, well, first of all, my grandmother introduced Wheel of Fortune to me because she'd teach me all the numbers and my money on the wheel and the letters on the puzzle board to learn my spelling skills. Well, if you're wondering what I did though, I recreated the wheels and Wheel of Fortune, and then Jeopardy I recreated the podiums. If you're wondering if I did the puzzle board for Wheel of Fortune and the clue board in Jeopardy, I haven't got a specific plan yet. I did the wheels though because the wheels really interest me because I animated for the main wheels I animated the lights on the podiums, how they blink on and off when it's a player's turn, and then the lights around the wheel are animated when the wheel spins. You'll see what I mean. And then for Jeopardy, I animated for each podium. I animated the lights, how when it's a player's turn to respond to a clue, and then some of the podiums are have a red timer for 5 seconds to respond to the right answer in the clue in a category. So with that being said, let's get started to showing you Wheel of Fortune first. Let's start with the main wheels first. Let's start with the 1974, the pilot one. So as you can see, we have is the main wheel with three podiums, red, yellow, and blue. So let's give that a spin, shall we? So look at how the wheel's lights animated while the wheel spins, and a podium blinks on and off when it's a player's turn. And also added a wheel spin sound effect in the video sequencer tab in Blender to make it look really more realistic. As you can see on the wheel, the dollar amounts and penalty spaces and all that are really accurate with the 1974 layout. This wheel, the dollar amounts and penalty spaces are an image texture I did in the shader editors tab. And then what I did though was I took an image from DeviantArt. Really saved each image in a folder in my D drive, and then the D drive is the best way to save files for me. And then what I did though is I opened Blender, and then I um opened the texture, and I adjust the size by using the UV Editors tab to make it look so it's a perfect fit. So yeah, that's the 1974 version. Now I'll show you the 1975 one, which they very first broadcast. As you can see, we have a different dollar amounts, and look to over here on the red one we have is a buy a vowel space. Also, with the Wheel of Fortune sets though and the Jeopardy sets, I don't own any rights to any game shows and any other stuff like that. For your information. Also, for the scoreboards I haven't mentioned to you, they started out in black scoreboards, and the numbers and dollar signs show in white dots when they light up to show how much money the contestant has won. So that's that. Next, I'll show you the 1976 to 1977. As you can see over here, we have different dollar amounts, and the buy vowel spaces are removed because I'm not sure. I forgot what they removed it for some reason. If you do know, let me know in the comments below my video. I really like how the lights are on the wheel animated when the wheel spins. I really like it. So that's that. Next, I'll show you the 1978 version. So that's that. Next, I'll show you the 1979 to 1980. And the top dollar value this time is $750. Also, for the hazards for bankrupt, you lose all your cash and lose a turn. And you move on to the next player. You still have your money though, but it's just you lose a turn. So that's that, and then I'll show you 1981 to 1982. As you can see, this is a little completely different than the others. So now here's the syndicated ones, which is the 1983 to 1984. Top dollar value is $750. Now let's move on to 1984 to 1985. Also, for the lights that animate around the wheel, I use different keyframes in the timeline tab for the animation, for the timing of the animation. So that's 1984 to 1985, and I'll show 1985 to 1986. This time the top dollar value is $900. Actually, the top value is $1,000. I'm sorry. So that's that, and I'll show you season 4 of 1986 to 1987. This time we had different colors on the wheel, and still same kind of different dollar amounts, but there's still a free spin space right here. The top value is still $1,000. So that's that, and I'll show you seasons 5 and 6 from 1987 to 1989. Still free spin. Okay, so that's taken care of. Now let's do season 7, which is 1989 to 1990. Now this is a little completely different, but still the base part though is still the same. But the podiums around the podiums are covered with solid texture. That's all I should say. Alright. Now let's move on to season 8 through 12, which is 1990 to 1995. Now this time, as you can see, the podiums are spread a little wider to reveal higher scores, a little higher scores. And here, as you can see, we have still kind of the same dollar amounts as the last time, but only the podiums are spread a little wider. Okay. Now let's move on to season 13, which is 1995 to 1996. This time, as you can see on the wheel, the $1,000 space is sparkled green. The first debut of that. Okay, so we'll move on to season 14, which is 1996 to 1997. Now this time, the dollar amounts and penalty spaces are a little completely different, but this time we have new colors, which is like red, orange, gold, yellow, green, and purple, and pink. And we have as a white loser turn and still black bankrupt. Because the original loser turn though was yellow, but now it's turned to white. Alright, so that's done. Now let's move on to season 15, which is 1997 to 1998. This time the base is completely different. You can see the base is in a hexagon shape, but only these here are diamondular columns, as I should call them. And here is a blue circle here. And the dollar amounts are still the same. Okay, so that being said, now let's move on to season 16 through 17, which is 1998 to 1999. The base is the same, the ponies are the same, but this time the one of the wedges is in the wedges color is this one here was originally pink, but now it's changed to yellow to reveal $300. Still, there's a couple $250 spaces. Alright, so let's move on to season 17, which is 1999 to 2000. This time on the wheel, which is the numbers and dollar amounts are outlined with white outlines to make it look 3D. And the 250 spaces are gone, though, to reveal new dollar amounts. A couple new dollar amounts. Okay, so let's move on to season 18 to 20. Season 18 to 20, which is 2000 to 2002. And this time on the wheel we have is a 2500 space, which is a sparkle blue. Okay, so let's move on to season 20, which is 2002 to 2003. Now this time the podiums are revealed with a TV monitor, which you see here, with a colored background. And the dollar amounts are still the same on the wheel, and the base is still the same, but it's just the TV ponies are now changed into a TV monitor with a colored background to match the podium. Okay, so let's move on to season 20 still, which is from 2003. But this time, the dollar amounts and are a little, the numbers are more detailed. So look here, this was a less detail, but this time even more detail. The numbers are a little more realistic or fancier, let's say. But the podiums are still the same, and the base is still the same. Okay, so let's go on to season 21 to 23, which is from 2003 till 2006. Now this time the base is really different. We reveal light up circles, as you can see here, and the dollar amounts are still the same, the points are still the same, but it's just this one is really a more detailed. The lights are still animated around the wheel. It's just a little more a fancier way or a detailed way. Okay, so we're on to season 24, which is from 2006 till 2007. Here we have new dollar amounts and brand new colors. Those are going to be the current colors. Alright, so we're on to season 25, which is from 2007 till 2008. Season 25. This time the poems are really different. Still screen monitors, it's just only the surrounding it was taken away. Really more detailed monitors. Now it's on to season 26, which is from 2008 till 2009. Here we have is the colors are some of the colors are changed a little different, but only still the same dollar amounts. Next one is still season 26, which is from 2009. But this time, though, the wheel is revealed another bankrupt wedge. So we have two bankrupt wedges to make it look even more challenging to the players. Okay. Now let's move on to season 27 and 28, which is from 2009 till 2011. This time, the poems outside the poems, the TV monitors are light up. Still same diamonds, but this time on the one of the wedges we have is a free play wedge. Free play is where you can either choose a content or buy a vowel or solve a puzzle. It's your choice. Okay, so moving on to season 29, which is from 2011 till 2012. Here we have is new dollar amounts. Some of the dollar amounts are the same, some of them are new. Okay, so let's move on to season 30, which is from 2012 to 2013. This time the podiums are completely different because it reveals a full TV screen monitor to reveal even higher scores. Dollar amounts are still the same. It's still free play. Okay, so let's move on to season 31 to 32, which is from 2013 to 2015. The dollar amounts are still the same, and the poems are still the same. Well, the dollar amounts are kind of the same, it's just some of them are different. I don't know. Okay. I also wanted to season 33 to 38, which is from 2015 to 2020. This time we have current dollar amounts. Those will be current dollar amounts, but the free play is still there until 2021, which you'll see why in the next one, and why in the next one. Okay, let's move on to season 39 to season 41, which is from 2021 to 2024. Now, 2024 was the last year that Pat Sajak hosted Wheel of Fortune until he retired when Ryan Seacrest took over for him. As you can see, the free play wedge is gone because it was having some technical issues to reveal $850. Okay, let's move on to the current one, which is season 42, which is the 2024 one, which is the present one. This one is really totally different. You can see how the base part is reveal a curved television screen, which is I add an image texture to reveal it's really realistic, and then the podiums are still widescreen monitors, and then still the same dollar amounts on the wheel. So yeah, this is when Ryan Seacrest first hosted on that year, 2024. Okay, so we're finished with the main wheels, so we'll move on to the bonus wheels. Starting in the first early debut from season 19 in 2001. Beginning in October 22nd, 2001. This is where they revealed the bonus wheel because it contains an envelope with either a car or $25,000 cash. But one of the envelopes contains $100,000 cash. You spin the wheel, you solve the puzzle. Contestants go home with that 100 grand. So here we have four colored spaces. We have red, blue, orange, and green. Which those colors kind of reminds me of Peppa Pig. How there's Peppa Pig, George Pig, Mommy Pig, and Daddy Pig. Which is I have a connection with that because when I've seen Peppa Pig, I realized that the colors on the bonus wheel are the exact same as their color shirts or clothing. So yeah, we have 24 envelopes, and you can look at the base here, which is pretty cool. So let's give it a spin. Alright. So that's that. I was on to the second order debut, which is still season 19 to 2001. But this time, instead of the red color on one of the wedges, we have is a pink one. But still the same concept, except they have a different color wedge on one of the spaces. Okay, so let's move on to season 19 to 20, which is 2001 to 2003. But this time, in the middle part of the wheel, they added a dome, which you see here. And also, I'll show you the letters contains win $100,000 cash bonus. That's what I meant to say about that. All right, so let's move on to Season 21, which is 2003 to 2004. But this time the letters win $100,000 cash bonus. The letters now changed to blue, which you see here. And the colors are still pink and green, but only we have two new colors. Well, the color blue is still the same, but only the color orange is now changed to purple. Still the same lettering though. It's just they have a different version of the same. It's the same base though, but it's just a different lettering. All right, so let's move on to season 22 to 25, which is 2004 to 2008. But this time we have is a rainbow colored light version, which you see here. But the base part is now changed to silver instead of bronze. As you can see, the spaces is now a rainbow light colors, which is it's gotta be my favorite version because the colors are blended together. And then instead of colored spaces in each one, we have a number of stars, which are 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4 stars. Let's give that a spin. Alright, so that's done. Now let's move on to season 26 to 29, which is 2008 to 2012. But this time the lettering is now changed differently, which is named it as America's Game Spin and Win. We have is 1 star, 2 star, and 3 stars. Which is the current same, which you'll see why in the later things, which the lettering is now changed, the stars now changed to yellow, which you'll see why. And after the next one. So yeah, let's give that a spin. Okay, so let's move on to season 30, which is 2012 to 2013. This time, as you can see, with the rings on the base is now lit up when the wheels spin. And the lights around it on the this part and this part are still animated, but like this time we have the colors now pink, purple, and blue to reveal 3 colors. But still, America's Game Spin and Win. I'll show you when we give it a spin. Alright, so that's taken care of. Now let's move on to season 31 to 42, which is 2013 to 2024. This time the bonus wheel is a little bit different, but only still the rings are still light up. And this time the lettering America's Game Spin and Win is now changed to yellow. And still the same stars, 1 star, 2 star, and 3 stars. And the color wedges are now purple, indigo, and blue. Well, blue like aquamarine, but the blue is like a dark blue, which is still indigo. Whatever you want to call it. So let's give that a spin. Okay. Now, before we move on to season 42, which is the current one, I have other season 31 holiday style version. So we have the 2001 style. Let's do that first. As you can see, the stars, the 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars, now red. The color space around it are red, blue, and green. Still same yellow lettering, but only the wedges are now like a tannish yellow color. Okay, now let's move on to the daytime version of season 31. This time the coloring is now the wedges here are and the rings are now orange, pink, and yellow, which as you can see here and on the rings. Alright, so let's move on to the Valentine's Day version. The colors of those wedges are now pink and red to review its Valentine. So the lights around the wheel are now red to reveal it's the red hearts. And look at these. Okay, now let's move on to St. Patrick's Day version. This time we have the wedges are now light green and dark green, which is interesting. Alright. Now let's move on to USA colors, which is patriotic colors. So here we have is a red, light blue, and dark blue. Well, light blue is a kind of white though, which is a kind of a whitish blue, but still red, white, and blue colors, patriotic colors. Alright, now let's move on to the Halloween version, which this is the month of Halloween right now. Today's date is October 19th, 2025. It has orange and black wedges to reveal it's really Halloween. But the rings here are orange and purple. Because if I use a black light, though, the light shine with black because black was too dark. Alright, now let's move on to the Thanksgiving version of Season 31. Here we have is the colors are orange and white, especially on the rings. Alright. Now let's move on to the Christmas one. It was red and green for Christmas, which I'm very excited for the holidays soon. See on the wheel and on the rings. Since the Christmas holiday one is covered, now let's move on to I have 3 different rainbow versions of Season 31, so we're on to this one first. As you can see, we have is red, orange, green, blue, purple, and pink. But still, the lettering is still yellow, and the stars are yellow. Alright, now let's move on to season 31 to season 38 colors, like the main wheel, though. Well, it's on the bonus wheel. I have two versions. Here's the first version. Now here is the second version. Now we can finally go to the season 42 version, which is the 2024. This time the bonus wheel is a lot more different than the other ones. All the spaces are now light blue, but when the wheel spins, it has 4 light up wedges that light up when the wheel spins. Here, I'll show you. The base doesn't light up, but the 4 lights on the bottom base is not animated. So let's get that a spin. So I'll show you the top view. Look at that. That's when Ryan Seacrest took over for the show in season 42. Alright, so we are finally finished with the main wheels and bonus Wheel of Fortune. Now we can finally move on to the second folder, which is Jeopardy, which is the Jeopardy podiums. So here's, I'll start with 1984 to 1985. We're moving on to Jeopardy. So here are the podiums here. As you can see, the podiums that we have is, for each podium we have is a screen monitor to reveal someone's name. And we have black scoreboards to reveal, not dotted numbers, but numbers in lines, like on a digital clock, for example. And here on the podiums we have is a screen pad to write down the correct for the correct response for Final Jeopardy. So I'll show you how the podiums light up. See, look at that. Okay. Now let's move on to 1986 to 1991. This time the podiums are on the screen monitor are blue now instead of red. Alright, now let's move on to 1991 to 1996. This time the poems are a little bit different. We realize vertical screen monitor to reveal someone's name. Also, I want to tell you that the screen pads are still the same. So that's that. Now let's move on to 1996 to 2002. These poems are a little completely different. See, they have still screen pads here for Final Jeopardy. It's a one box podium. Okay, now let's move on to 2002 to 2006. These poems are a little bit more different this time. Still screen pads here. And here, the scoreboards above the bottom ones reveal another television monitor to reveal a digital score. Okay, now let's move on to 2006 to 2009 of Jeopardy podiums. These poems are really more different than last time. Okay, now let's move on to 2009 to 2013. These poems are really more different than last time. Alright, now let's move on to 2014 to 2020. 2020 was the year Alex Trebek passed away. The podiums are really kind of current though, but you'll see the current version podiums, which are spread out because in 2020 the COVID was happening. But I don't want to talk about the COVID though. But it's just the podiums are spreading more wide to reveal an individual podium. Now we have one more thing, which is 2020 version, which is the current version. So these are the current podiums. Alright, so that completes your look at evolution of Wheel of Fortune wheels and bonus wheels, main wheels and bonus wheels, and the Jeopardy podiums in 3D graphics. I hope you guys liked it. What was your favorite Wheel of Fortune, main wheel, or bonus wheel, or Jeopardy podiums, though, throughout the years? Leave a comment down below in the video. Tell me what you think. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And feel free to comment on this video if you have any other questions or concerns, and share this with your friends and family. And be sure to ring the notification bell for all notifications. And like I was saying, I do not own any rights to any game shows like Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy, and I don't own any of their prospective rights or owners. So that really wraps up this video. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.